Hey guys, Ben Rising here with Whitetail Edge, and today I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about seeding your clover plots or existing plots, late winter, early spring. What we're going to do here this late spring, or early spring, late winter on some of these plots. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of frost seeding. Right now it is not frosty on the ground, as you can see. I'm not going to tell you that it is, but you can still do it this way. A lot of times I like to actually frost seed in the snow also, and then it will get that seed down into the soil. But basically what frost seeding does, or this kind of overseeding this time of year, it just gives your plot a really good boost. Now, existing clover plots, you want to use an existing clover, another clover blend or whatever that's in your plot, which something like this holy clover would be good for that. But what I'm going to show you here is we've got a plot that was never a plot before until last year. We turned it into beans early. The deer ate all the beans, then we turned it into a food plot. Just like a fall mix, with some brassicas, things like that. And the deer smashed it. It was great. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna come in here with part of it, and I'm gonna put this, it's called Fixin Clover. And what Fixin Clover does is it kind of like fixes the nitrogen in the ground, and it becomes like a green biomass. So basically it's adding, it's a different blend. Well, I'll just read it to you so you can understand what I'm trying to say. Ever wish you could plant a food plot in the spring that could enhance your soil and fix nitrogen levels for your fall planted plot? With 4 different annual clovers, crushed seeds of science, Fixin Clover is quick to germ and helps reduce weed competition during the spring and summer, while building a valuable source of green fertilizer by way of roots that fixate nitrogen. Speed of germination, maximize forage biomass and nitrogen fixation, support soil health and antler growth, making it the perfect choice for serious food plotters. So without me trying to just say it, there you go. So basically that's what we're going to do here. I want to add to this soil because I want this to be a really good fall plot again. And this is going to also, add to it. So like, we on Whitetail Edge, we use Deer Grow, the liquid fertilizer type stuff, and Plot Boost. So I'll also come in here and I'll spray this with Deer Grow after I do this. But I'm going to wait a little bit, probably about 3-4 weeks. I'm going to let the ground get a little warmer, and I'll start letting this grow up. And then as this starts to grow, then I'll hit it with Plot Start when it gets about 4 inches tall, Plot Boost. And that'll just give those plants that extra boost, get them going. And by fall time, when it's time to till this under, get it done, then I can put this, I've got all that green biomass going in the dirt, and it's going to be great for my food plot to feed the new seed. And it should just be a really lush fall plot. So we're going to start with this one. We're going to do this plot. I want to do about a ½ acre of this section. The rest of it I'm just going to do regular clover and leave it so I don't have to mess with that. I'm going to do, it'll last probably 4 to 5 years if you do it right and you take care of your clover blend. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get on my DeerCast app and I'm going to start my tracker. And so this way, which I've already started it, but I can pause it. But with your DeerCast track, it will show everywhere, and then you can save that path and it'll show where you've walked. And so that I can look back at it too, and if I've missed a spot, or also if I just want to kind of save that for future information, plus I can lay this out, the area shape, and it'll tell me just exactly where a ½ acre is. And so that way I can measure it out, I can kind of stay within that, and then I know I'm using my seed ratio correctly according to what the bag calls for. So basically then, what I'm going to do, like I just said, I'm going to do about a ½ acre of this with the Fixin Clover because I'm going to turn this into a fall plot eventually. But the rest of it, I want it to be a feed, destination food source for 4 to 5 years, and I want it to be a good area. And there's a good acre left of this plot that I'm going to put Holy Clover in by Crush and Analogics. We call it the Analogic Seeds Blend by Crush. Lee and the Analogics guys have worked really tight developing this seed and testing it. And you know, I want to just read to you what this has in it so you can understand. Basically, it's Santa Fe Yellow Blossom Alfalfa, Anacrush Clovers, and Creeping Alfalfa. So this basically gives you some really high protein forage that can feed your deer through the summer into the fall and still be a great plot. And my plan here is having this destination food source also close to a green food plot for the fall that's going to have like brassicas or say wheat, different things like that in it. It will be a great combination. It's going to be a major deer attractor. And if there's a big buck on this tree farm, he should show up here. So that's the plan.